Alright, additional Madam was so here I will TV. I shall say, like, over commenting how I share my videos every hour. It's answer and sympathy and her soon air so ever into our hair now will see the baby and I say, in so and the air so ever young people is answer. Why damn it, I video. Yeah, what I write in 70 would be not just a year, a year pandan, a year constituency, just say now, or more percent, or more for a year by election. I just say, yeah, now a year accepted one. Now, if I see what people are continuing a year Rashid Tanko. Now, another idea is seems that who okay, Jama, a year ending for me. SàÇKED director of ND committee now you have a in Semia what did you do now or your comment section I say a day am
stay on the phone lines now. Yemonra NDC one headquarters one cry SàÇKED Rashid Computer, or a deputy director of elections and IT of the NDC. Akwaba miniana apom to saying.
Apom ya odi edi
Adumia na and me who videos ana wa usi mu call Supreme Court obi meboa.
We call Supreme Court. But we lost it.
Yeah.
We respect the decision of the Supreme Court judges, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, they are on the NDC law-abiding political party. So yeah, we respect their decision, but we disagree with the ruling.
In your disagreement, no, more consider say ABA, more be advice say more candidate work bandai say on call for review ana.
I don't know. Yes, say obviously ruling on the 5th of February.
Okay.
5th of February, number 4, my reason and so you say reason now, you don't know a lawyer, someone so I say, and some more advice, then next line of action. Because, you will say, I didn't know, it borders on fraud. And you know, fraud vitiate everything.
Yes.
Ruling in the back, in our affidavit, in opposition to the motion moved by the MPP in the Supreme Court, no? We were citing them for fraud. If I want to say, 5th January Gazette, no, any 24th December Gazette, no, both came from the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
And here, so if I don't ruling on the 5th, that led to the 4-1.
Okay. But on the issue of fraud, no, was it raised at the High Court? Mu raise or High Court, the issue of fraud, no?
We say High Court no na Gazette asem na mba ho. Because High Court na what time no. 5th January 1 MPP no mdi fabra to High Court no.
Okay.
To indicate that the Gazette was on 5th January 2025. And we all based on that Gazette na ekoye case no. Case management or nobody raised issues about it. Even when issues were set down for trial, 3 issues were set down for trial. At that time, nobody raised issue about Gazette. What do I say?
Yes.
So when we now about November 2025, then they just made its ruling. Then they now ran to Supreme Court, which is asking included in the form of judicial review, asking the Supreme Court to quash that because there was a Gazette of 24th December 2024. And so that the 5th one is not correct. It's rather they should rely on the 24th one. That is why we cited them for fraud. You know, that was false representation made by the NPP, supported by the Electoral Commission at the Tamale High Court.
Yeah, but I'm saying, sir, at the Tamale High Court, the issue of fraud didn't come up. Because as you said, you know, I'm up because Omonso and Rezi issue be out of Gazette.
Yes.
Yeah, but you also agree, sir, the 21-day time frame, Emrane Mase, and was all the file petition, no? your candidates no filed outside 21 days no. Ujitum sir.
And you may say, who say you filed the first one near 23rd December 2024.
Yes.
At that time, no say gazette members. Then NPP Omoko court on the 6th of January with a gazette dating 6th January 2025, praying the High Court in Tamale say, dismissing your application because gazette me at 6th January.
Yes.
So at the time we file on 23rd, no not gazette anymore. So because of that, we withdrew that one. Council Obi, so we withdrew the 23rd one, then file a fresh one on 25th January 2025, so that we could fall within the 21 days. Because when we say 6th January, echo do 25th January, it's 19 days.
Yes.
So that time we file within, based on the 6th January Gazette. No? What do I say? And then, so when we went for case management to set out issues for trial, no? Nobody raised issue about the Gazette again because we all agreed, both Electoral Commission, NPP, and NDC, all agreed. Okay, we are trying the matter based on this 6th January Gazette. No?
Yeah, but
Omuko Supreme Court with another Gazette of 24th, and then there's an affidavit from Electoral Commission supporting the NPP this motion at the Supreme Court.
Yeah, because
the 24th.
Because the actual official Gazette was done on 24th.
Because time trial. At the time NPP they brought the 6th one.
Yes.
Why didn't they bring the 24th one? And the Electoral Commission knew that there was 24th and they didn't say anything, but went through the trial.
Yeah, but you don't rely on your opponent to make your case for you.
No, we rely on them.
No, because
there was an affidavit and NPP Electoral Commission also was party to the case. What I say?
Yes.
And that Gazette also had the title of the Electoral Commission. Gazette notification 5th January, and it included Pandaya. That was our issue. So that is why we are fighting them for fraud now at the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I get. I don't know how that was supposed to work. Sir, if it didn't come up at the High Court, why you will bring it up at the Supreme Court? That's for another day. But my point is, when you realize, sir, or mono rely on a so-called Gazette dated 6th January, no? Why didn't you raise issues about that? Because earlier, the Supreme Court a decision said the actual Gazette in the NST Alchemy case, no, said the actual Gazette was 24th. And why did you go with Omunsomu Flow? Say you want to go with the 6th January, dear, no?
I want to say, Bobby, I mean a case a travel. Yeah, dear, you will say Gazette no na omudibano because NPP, this is MPs no. From Parliament, the one they used to swear them in Parliament, no, a 6th January one, and that one included the Pandaya one. So we thought they had updated the 24th one and now have a global Gazette on the 6th January. No? So that was our this thing. So they said maybe they just did that. To do what we call false representation. Oh, they will say they are a lawyer. False representation. And in order to make the judge to rule in a way when it is not in their favor, then they will write to Supreme Court to make sure that it is quashed, like what they've just got.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, sir, once you suspected fraud, no, you should have raised that in the High Court because it should have been part of my pleadings in the High Court. But when him say, if you cannot adduce evidence of a fact not pleaded, in this when pleadia, you cannot from out of the blue, no, bring evidence of fraud when you've not pleaded same. I don't know how that one would pan out. I mean, subsequently, but I am in Supreme
Court. Who said last 2 weeks it was Supreme Court? No,
I agree. Me say at the High
Court, we raised the issue.
No, at the High Court,
the president of the panel,
yes,
Omar asked counsel for the petitioner about the fraud, the first interested party,
yes,
raised against them, and their response was that. It's a genuine mistake, and therefore they should accept it as a mistake. Can you say this?
Really?
Yes, that was what Nimako responded. That was his response to it.
And this was at the Supreme Court.
And this was at the Supreme Court last 2 weeks.
And okay, say a mistake. The Supreme Court, like they allowed it to go.
Oh no, they said okay, well they will take it on board when they are to take their decisions and all that. Because they are any mistake. It was intentional. Because you couldn't have been running through from 6th January up to December with the same thing when they even submitted their written addresses. Their lawyer for the Tamale High Court submitted his written addresses. Nowhere did he make reference to anything about Gazette. And so where they are,
no, but
that is why we said, well,
I'm thinking
it's the decision of the Supreme Court. We respect it.
Yeah, but Tanko, I'm thinking, sir, once before the Pandai case was dealt with, not Supreme Court enya the opportunity to decide on the official date of Gazette. The Supreme Court had gotten the opportunity to decide on that in the Ernest Yaokomi case. The Supreme Court was clear, sir. The official Gazette was 24th December. That one is settled. It is ABR Wako High Court. Now Wako High Court based on OB essay or the 6th January now bar. You don't have to sleep on that right at that point. In that was once you didn't raise it there, now they raising the issue of fraud at the Supreme Court. I don't know how you expect the court to take that piece of evidence serious. I don't know how.
Eja, wait there. Who said Tamale? Time in case management.
Yes.
The issue of this Gazette was a topical matter. Even MPP lawyers no more electoral commission. No more because that Gazette came from the electoral commission. So there was no point to argue about it, the authenticity of it. Because we're thinking that is the global one. Because when we say 24th one, time no 24th one, there was no Dominic Abinya. Dominic Abinya was not part of it. You know, at that time we hadn't finished Dominic Abinya. Yeah. So and then some other 3 constituencies. So there was a global one on 6th January. So it is said now they've put everything together and have another Gazette that now takes effect on the 6th of January. Because when we say on the affidavit sworn in by the Martin Yindam at the High Court, when they were pleading that they should dismiss our application that was filed on 23rd. If you look at paragraph 8, they made reference to the 6th January one as a true Gazette for the 2024 election, parliamentary. And that's why we're citing them for fraud.
Very well. In this Siciano, of course.